How's everyone doing today? Happy Tuesday, happy Ceremony Tuesday. I'm not in my usual place because I moved, so I'm in a new home and I don't really have my desk set up yet, so I'm sitting on a day bed with bed pillows behind me as my backrest because I don't have anywhere else. Otherwise, it's gonna be on the couch. And yeah, so we're rolling with all of it. How's everybody doing? Oh, thank you. I got my hair done and I don't normally wear it straight, and so I'm rocking it for a few more days until I decide to go back to the curly hair vibes, which is sometimes a whole thing dealing with curls. If anyone else has curly hair, they probably also understand my struggle. You lay down, it looks nice, and then you get up and you're like, well, it doesn't look the same. Well, happy to be here with you guys today. Let me know how you're doing in the chat. I would love to hear how everybody's feeling today. What's alive for you? What cacao are you drinking? Feel whatever you want to put in the chat. I just want to connect with you guys and see how you're feeling. And if you feel comfortable, I would love to see your beautiful faces. And turn your cameras on. I have some tantric rose blossom with boundless belize, a little bit of mucuna, a little bit of immunoboost mushroom, and cinnamon, half coconut milk, half hot water, and local raw honey. That's my drink for the day. Oh, welcome to your first cacao Zoom call. So happy to have you here. So happy to have you here. It's always such a pleasure to have people join these calls and have it be their very first ceremony. Ooh, thriving Tanzania with cayenne. Ooh, I have been not putting cayenne in my cacao as much as I really should. I love cayenne. Beautiful. Oh, amazing. Mystic mushroom and a tulsi chai base. Ooh. Sheila, you always have the good bases, the pistachio milks and all the things that I need to get on making my cacao a little bit more exciting. But I prefer to drink it more basic. I want to taste the cacao. I want to taste all the flavors that are within it, and if I have other things, then I feel like I have a flavor explosion, which is amazing, but sometimes I prefer the cacao by itself. Amazing. Oh. Also drinking Thriving Tanzania with honey. Beautiful. I had a call earlier and my friend was drinking Thriving Tanzania as well. So it seems like the wavelength for the day is Thriving Tanzania. I'm also excited, guys. I finally got a new card deck. And this is the pocket version, so it's the tiny one, but these are the archetypes. So I picked us an archetype based on the Jungian archetypes. And today we have the flame. I'll post this in the chat so you can see it. Obviously, not many, it's a little harder to see. But I love these cards. They always are very on point, and you always pick one and you sit with that card for like a couple of days. So once I pick this card, I'm actually going to put it on my altar and I'm going to let it sit for the next couple of days. And I'll share in the chat if anything kind of comes up based on having that card there. But just recognize and see if that archetype starts to show its face in many areas in your life. So the flame. The archetypal fire is at the beginning of all transformation, purification, and manifestation. Nearly every spiritual lineage honors the flame. To enliven the connection with this archetypal energy, practice candle gazing, called trataka. Notice how lighting a single candle in any space brings magic to the room and creates a sense of reverence. When in light, health, mental clarity, and good digestion. When in dark, excess heat, anger, and complete darkness. To go deeper, the light you give off by Rumi and Gerhard Richter's candle paintings. The fire, the spark, the glimmer. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is Agni. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. When it is lit, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that flame, to cup your hands gently around those things you've forgotten and protect the flame, no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It's likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. Feels like a good card. Beautiful. I'll post this in the chat so you guys can see these. But I love the archetypes because they're very succinct but very potent. Ooh, yeah, perfect for Aries season. Yes. Oh, happy birthday to all the Aries. Oh, amazing. Beginning of the news of the zodiac. I love it. I just did some candle gazing last night too, so I find that very interesting that I picked that card for our group. But I'm so excited to introduce our facilitator for today is Yllari. She is a cacao ceremony facilitator, and she just offers such beautiful wisdom and medicine and music. And she's working with some of the oldest cacao trees, or cacao that's been found in northern Peru. And she does communications and work. She'll share a little bit about that, but just feeling that lineage, feeling that connection in what she shares. I'm very excited to introduce her today. Yllari, you have the floor.
Hello, everyone. Hi. I recognize some faces and some new faces also. I'm very excited to be here today. It's been a while since I offered a circle. As many of you know, I'm not too. I guess it's my challenge to be comfortable speaking in front of a camera. I'm more like an in-person gathering facilitator, but this is a great way to connect with people that otherwise wouldn't be, close to me. So I'm very, very grateful for all of you being here today. For those who don't know me, my name is Yllari. I'm from Peru. I was born in Peru, and I'm living in the US for 13 years. Oh my gosh, 13 years. So I do cacao circles. I facilitate cacao circles. I do women's circles. I do Reiki, and I'm also part of the communications teams at Huaca Monte Grande. For those who don't know, Huaca Monte Grande, it's an archaeological site in northern Peru where the oldest cacao in history has been found, used for ritualistic purposes. And that place is very interesting because it's a spiral-shaped construction, a spiral-shaped temple of approximately 6,000 years old. Up to last year, we thought it was 5,300 years old, but the recent carbon dating information give us older time. So at least 6,000 years old, and they have found, and it's in a spiral-shaped temple in the shape of a woman giving birth, kind of a universe. And I'm very excited about that place. I feel a very strong connection because my ancestors come from that area. So it kind of every piece of my life fits perfectly with Huaca Monte Grande. And I'm organizing actually a cacao retreat this summer to know the origin of cacao, the lands where everything started. So if you're interested, you can shoot me a message later. And today, I was talking to Maddie before. My life has been having a lot of emotions lately, a lot of for family reasons, financial reasons, so many factors that I feel like I myself need just a time to heal, come back to my root, and come back to the origin that every human being experienced since the beginning of humanity. That is how you heal yourself with your own energy. So today our offering is going to be toward how we heal ourselves with our own energy, with our hands, with our intention, with our eyes, with our heart. So to start, we are just going to close our eyes, take a deep breath, and just imagine that you are among the cacao trees in the Amazon, and one of the trees is just singing to you. Keep your eyes closed. Every time that you breathe in, just feel the energy of Mother Earth coming from the bottom of your feet, dancing in a spiral dance through every cell of your body until the top of your head, going back to the sky and then coming back again. And every time this energy goes up and down, every cell is aligning with your purpose, with what your heart desires. So this is going to be a circle of healing, and I'm going to sing you a song. It's in Spanish, but you don't need to understand it to just feel. Sana, sana, hermosa almita, que se caigan las cortinas, cambia las penas por tu voz de sol. Hay tanta sabiduría. Sana, sana, hermosa almita, poderoso corazón. Lágrimas se van al inmenso mar. Tiempo de transformación. Sana, sana, ya estás sana. Voz sagrada, fuego ardiente. Respira el viento, agradeciendo. Sincronía y sanación. Cuando sanas las estrellas, danzan sobre las montañas. Todo vuelve ya hacia su lugar. Y también todo nos cambia. Y también todo nos cambia. Y también todo nos cambia. You can open your eyes slowly. Welcome. Now we are here together. No distance between us. And today I was thinking before the circle how Cacao has been an ally to me for quite a few years, since I was a kid, but mostly the last 4 years. And it's a plant medicine that I would say it's democratic in some way. It's for everyone. You don't have to be from the Amazon. You don't have to be from Mexico. You don't have to be from any place in particular just to connect with this plant medicine, because she's here for every single one of us. If we approach her with respect, we approach Cacao with humbleness, we can receive her medicine just directly to our heart. As I was saying at the beginning, I've been experiencing a lot of grief, especially because my parents are getting old, and a lot of health issues, which makes things complicated. I mean, they told me the other day, I'm in the sandwich generation. So you're taking care of your children and you're taking care of your parents. And I'm far in distance with my parents, but I still taking care of them. And it's an interesting time, I guess, for many of us who are in the same situation, that we are trying to be the role model, for our kids, but also we are caring for our elderly parents and trying to be okay in the middle, and sometimes it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to just to grieve and to just feel all the emotions, and for that cacao is a great ally. When you are feeling down, and when you are feeling sad, or when you are feeling that you cannot do more, it's like you are in your limit, just a cup of cacao will bring you back to your center, will bring you back to your heart, and just to listen. And that's why we are going to start with our hands today. So before we serve or we have our cacao, we're going to start just how do you say, rubbing your hands together. And remember, at the beginning I was asking you to feel this kind of dance of energy from your feet that comes from Mother Earth and goes through every cell of your body and goes up. And then you're going to start concentrating all this energy between your hands here. Just imagine this kind of ball of light that you're holding, and just feeling, even if you put your hands closer to each other, just start just feeling. It could be like tickles a little bit. It could be like warmth, maybe like a gentle air between your hands. And these hands that have medicine, because we have our own medicine too, cacao is one of the medicines, but we have the medicine in our souls, in our bodies. This energy is gonna do an alchemy with our cacao cup. So first we bless our hands. We're gonna receive this cup of cacao. And we are going to combine our energy with Mama Cacao's energy to have a complete healing. For this part I brought, these are 3 cacao tree leaves. With your hands, just imagine that you have this leaf between your hands. This is in the Andean cosmovision, we call this quinto. Normally is done with coca leaves. And I have some coca leaves here, but I wanted to use cacao leaves today. So one will represent the visible world, the world where we're living now, the Kai Pacha. This one represents the world of the spirit, the Hanan Pacha, the upper world. And this is gonna represent the Uhu Pacha, which means the world of our ancestors, of the people who passed, who are in front of us, looking at us, taking care of us. So when we connect our hands energy with all these 3 worlds, we are capable of heal ourselves from the inside. And today, with the help of Mama Cacao. If you have your cup of cacao, just bring it over. I'm gonna serve mine because I was keeping it warm. they were saying at the beginning, I've drank cacao, just cacao and water, all the types of cacao that you can imagine. And today, because I felt that I need healing, I put a lot of ginger. So a lot. It's spicy. I have a spicy cacao today. If you want to try that at home, it's very powerful. When you are feeling like you're gonna get sick or under the weather a little bit, you can add just a ginger root, as much as you can taste. I love it, so I don't mind that it's spicy. And just blend it with your cacao, and you are gonna feel like an instant healing. And if you are interested in more like scientific research, there is research that cacao helps with what is that bacteria that is very famous that causes respiratory, I don't remember the name, but there is one bacteria that is very famous. It helps with healing of that bacteria. I don't remember. When I remember, I will send you the information. So yeah. So we take our cup of cacao. We are gonna ask Mama Cacao today first permission to heal our body, to heal our emotions, to help us accept the time, the situation, everything that is happening in our lives, to help us with acceptance. We're going to take our cup of cacao higher to the world of the spirit, the Hanam Pacha, to help us remember that everything starts when we are open. We cannot heal if we are not open. So to the spirit world, we ask permission to support us in our path, to help us trust, believe, keep going forward. And we bring our cup of cacao to our heart. Honoring also the visible world, honoring our families, honoring our children, our parents, honoring the farmers who took care of these cacao trees, honoring all the people who worked to bring this cacao paste or discs to create this sacred drink, giving gratitude to them. And then we bring our cup of cacao to the floor or lower to connect with Pachamama, with Mother Earth, and with our ancestors. If you want to bring a person that is special to you in your mind, you're welcome to invite that person to the circle at this time. And then we bring again our cup of cacao between our hands, our healing hands. We are gonna do this exercise. We're gonna drink a sip of cacao, and then we're gonna put our hand in any part of our body that we feel needs some type of support at this moment. It could be your throat if you need more communication, It can be your heart if you have heartbreak or you are dealing with grief. It could be your belly if you're having stomach issues, whatever you feel, and you can be moving every sip of cacao that you take. Just take a deep breath and just feel. We're gonna take a few minutes to do this in silence, not in silence, with music that our dear friend is gonna play. I invite you to take your first sip. And just feel. You can play the music.
Yeah, you would remind me which song I'm playing first.
Beautiful chorus. Thank you.
Sing through my voice, play through my hands, let the way be open. Sing through my voice, play through my hands, let the way be open. Sing through my voice, play through my hands, let the way be open. Sing through my voice, play through my hands, let the way be open. Sing through my voice, play through my hands, let the way be open. Sing through my voice, play through my hands, let the way be open. Sing through my voice, play through my hands, let the way be open, yeah. Sing through my voice, play through my hands, let the way be open, open. Sing through my voice, play through my hands, let the way be open.
Take a deep breath. It's very interesting. When I was learning Reiki, what we are doing today is a little bit of Reiki, natural Reiki. How your thoughts can move your energy when you are just imagining. It's not just imagination, it's actual movement. So you are taking the energy, receiving the energy, not taking, receiving the energy from the earth, and helping you clear up any part of your body that is blocked, and combining that energy with your own healing hands. Sometimes when we take our cup of cacao, we are not thinking, we are just thinking in cacao. We are not thinking in the vessel. We are not thinking in our hands. Someone wrote, this has kick on to it. Yes, yes. Yes, it's, for me, Reiki is just, it's a name. I learned it, but I feel like it's just a name. All cultures have the same wisdom, in the Andes, in the Amazon, in India, in Pakistan, in many countries, in the Native Americans, every ancient cultures, they have ways of healing with energy, because they understood that everything has energy. This cup of cacao has energy. This this cacao drink has energy. My hands have energy. When we are aligned, that's when the healing happens. But when there is one part of our body that is not, right now, is not, the energy is not flowing well, we just need to support that part. It could be like we did recently, just touching that part. For me, I feel, someone said it's the Aries season, Aries season. But for me, it's just the world is chaotic right now, and they say you can be spiritual, but to be truly spiritual, you have to have your feet well in the earth. You cannot live in a bubble. You cannot live in a container where everything is just so perfect. You have to look up the reality of what is happening and have compassion for yourself and for the people who are having a very hard time. And especially for sensitive people, that I'm sure all of us here are, because if not, we wouldn't be here. For us, you might feel it maybe stronger, that connection with the person who is suffering. It could be war, it could be disease, it could be grief, it could be injustice, whatever it is. We feel it, and I feel it in my heart. There is a point that I cannot even look at news because it affects me too much that I just read. But also I remind myself that when I'm okay, I am able to support others. So I cannot just pour from an empty cup. I need to recharge myself. I need to bring this cup of cacao, this sacred medicine, just to support my body. It's not just cacao. I love cacao and I have a strong connection, but it could be everything. It could be just water. It could be, I don't know, like chamomile. You can connect with any plant, any element of nature, and help that to be a channel for you to heal. Sometimes they say, when you're healing, for example, your heart, it could be like you are, I don't know, you lost someone, or you just have a hard time with your kids or your parents or anyone, but your hand, like when you are when you have pain. I'm gonna give another example because I couldn't explain the other one well. When you have pain, the first thing that you do is just put your hands in the place where you're having the pain. That's an instinctual thing to do, and that's because we know very inside of us that we have that capacity, that ability to heal. When when your child is crying and you want to comfort, and you just touch your child and you just give like a little hug or something, you know that just that act is healing. When you were a child and your mom came and gave you a hug and you were crying because you fell, and then your mom came and gave you a hug, that's not gonna heal the actual cut or whatever it was. It's gonna heal your emotion, and that's gonna help you support the total healing of your body. So I invite you just to, in your daily life, just to remember that even though the world is difficult right now and it's a lot of suffering, I especially struggle with war. I believe that there is no sense in war. Personally, I don't believe that war is a path. But I also remind myself and invite you just to remind yourself that you can start with yourself, and then with the people who are closer to you, and little by little be growing this community of people who are helping each other. We cannot maybe not help everyone, but we can help one person. Start with us, help our children, our parents, our friend, our sister, our brother, any person that is close to us, one step at a time. If you still have cacao, we're gonna do some breathing, and then I want to do a little journaling prompt. I guess that's the word. I'm sorry. Sometimes my English, because I get nervous in front of a camera, I forget my words in English. So I will give some directions. I guess that's the word. If you have still cacao in your hands, I invite you to drink it all, so you have all this energy in your heart to start doing your journaling. So I'm gonna give you a few questions. You can answer just one or two or three. And the first question is, what is one part in your body that you feel that needs support, and why do you think that part of your body needs support? You can write whatever you want. There's no wrong answer. So it will be one part of your body that needs support and why. The other question is, what thing or situation or circumstance in the world needs support, and how can I support that situation, that thing that is happening? It could be something that is very close to you, it could be something that is very far from you. So yeah, that's something in the world that needs support, and how I can support to heal, to improve that situation. And the third question is, what time in my life did I need support, some type of healing, and I didn't get it, and how can I support that now? It could be something that happened last week, it could be something that happened 10 years ago. Just choose one moment in your life that you felt that you needed support, you didn't have that support, and how you can support that right now. So those are the three questions. You can answer just one or two. Let's take, like, I don't know, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Is that okay? Okay. And if you can just put the second song, and we will let them, maybe the whole duration of the song. Is that okay? Okay.
Cacaocito medicina, cacaocito medicina, limpia, limpia spiritito, cura, cura cuerpecito, cura, cura cuerpecito. Amorcito de la tierra, cacaocito curandero, cacaocito curandero. Gracias, gracias, cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Gracias, gracias, cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Cacaocito medicina, cacaocito medicina, limpia, limpia spiritito, cura, cura cuerpecito, cura, cura cuerpecito. Amorcito de la tierra, cacaocito curandero, cacaocito curandero. Gracias, gracias, cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Gracias, gracias, cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. gracias, Cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Gracias, gracias, Cacaocito, gracias, gracias. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos. Abre nuestros corazones, cura, cúranos.
How are you guys doing? I know we cannot complete this in just a few minutes, so you can complete this after the circle in any time that you feel you have some time for yourself. But I would love to, first I want to share one of my answers, and I would love to hear you guys. So I was thinking, why specific about the wars that are happening right now, not just the war in Iran, it happens in many other places right now. And when I was a child, and responding the third question, I was thinking when was a time in my life that I felt I needed support and I didn't have it. When I was a child, I was in Peru, and I lived through an internal war in my country, my home country. So we had 20 years of political violence. It was pretty bad, and you get used to it. So you just grow up knowing that someone can put a bomb in a car, and there was outages, and it was difficult, but we didn't notice it that much because that was kind of the normal thing that happened. But that made me very alert and very aware of what something difficult in your surroundings is happening. So I was I heard someone say, when people say you are an empath, sometimes you are an empath because you experienced something that was so strong that made you so alert and so aware of your surroundings that you are very aligned with what other people are feeling. And many of the people who are in this path of trying to facilitate support to other people is because they experience it. And it made me think about that, the third question, that yes, I lived in a very complicated time in my home country, and probably that is one of the catalysts why I always was looking for some type of spiritual path and some type of way of giving back to the community, and have it in my heart very strongly that peace is the way, is the path, is the way, is what we are supposed to do. And I still believe that peace will prevail. I would love to hear your experiences, if you want to share something that you wrote or just something that comes from your heart. I don't know if you can open the mics, or how does it work? I think you can raise your hand or something if someone wants to share something. Yes, Lana?
Yeah, I can share. I can share maybe the answer to the first question. Which part of my body needs support? I think my whole body needs support at this point. We just came out from the month of Ramadan, where we were fasting for a month. And I feel like, I devoted myself to that spiritual experience to the maximum with all the rituals and everything I was doing. And now I feel like, I need to come back to pampering my body and with food as well as rest. So I'm taking this week to just honor my needs and to take it easy. And it just happened that we have spring break, so it's perfect. So that's why I was able to join this circle, which is great. And yeah, I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Sheila?
I have to say, I'm really grateful to be here. Eid Mubarak, Yelana. I was supposed to have my classes start today, so I was looking at not being able to join our circles for the next 2 months. And we had some technical difficulties, so I was able to join today. But I'm really grateful to be here. And I was writing about healing with music. I guess people that have been on some of the previous calls, like from last year, I mentioned one of my genres that I love is gothic rock and industrial and dark wave. So um, I've been discovering like new music, and two of my favorites are Turkish dark wave and Mexican dark wave. And I'm just so grateful that we can like go online and I could say like, you know, what are some good Mexican dark wave bands? And then they come up, and this is on my mind because I shared some of the links with my sisters, and my sister was quoting one of the songs in Spanish, like right at the start of this. And I was like, oh my God, they're listening to it and they're enjoying it. And it's just, it's like so connecting to be able to share these things and to be able to enjoy them with other people, no matter what's going on in the world. So I did want to share that. And I also am really, really grateful again that I'm able to be here and to kind of share on camera for probably the last time until my classes are finished. But I'm also grateful to be able to connect with my students. They're in Morocco and I'm in Pennsylvania. So that's just such a blessing that, you know, we have this internet that allows us to do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
Thank you. And you're kind of close to me. I'm in New
Yes, you're
Jersey.
in New
Yeah,
Jersey.
yeah, we should meet someday.
I would love that. Oh my gosh, please.
Yeah.
I have you on Instagram, so I try to keep up, but if I'll be in the area, I'll definitely let you know. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you for sharing. Uh, I don't know if anyone else wants to share. I don't. It's okay if you don't want to share.
I'll
Hara?
share.
Yara?
Yes, Yara. Yeah.
Yara. Yeah.
Hi. So I um have a friend that lives in Israel and is currently dealing with, running to shelters multiple times a day. And she's really strong and she's really like self-sufficient and she's really not a person that asks for help. And this is not her first rodeo. She's used to this, all that stuff, yada yada. But I was like, I am also that way. I'm very sort of like self-sufficient, never ask for help. And I was sort of just like looking at the third question of like when, in my life did I need support and I didn't get it. Part of the reason why I didn't get it is because I didn't ask for it. So even though she's not asking me for help or support and there's very little I can do, I live in the States, so I live far away. There's very little I can do. But I can still be there, like I can check in and I can, send prayers and I can, offer jokes to her, just like, ease the tension and stuff like that. So it was just something that kind of came to me when I was writing. I was like, you know what, maybe what I can do, and I really can do this right now. Like I wouldn't be pouring from an empty cup. I'm like, I have energy to give right now. I could make myself more available to her for that, right now. Yeah, and it's very simple. Like it doesn't have to be some big, huge, whatever hoopla. You can just, be there a little bit more. Check in once or twice more per day than you otherwise would.
Thank you so much for sharing. I think that's beautiful because that's something super concrete, super doable. So
Yeah,
that's great. That we can actually take one step that is not just a dream that we will never achieve. It's something that we can actually do. So yeah,
yeah,
thank you so much for
yeah.
that.
Oops.
Um, so anyone else wants to share? If not, we will.
I will.
Sure.
Okay. So I was just thinking about this, circle of ceremony and how grateful I am to have,
become a part of it, not knowing what it was in the beginning at all, and just thinking about the world situation and how, I think the situation of like solely individualistic thinking needs support in the way of allowing for collaboration and community to bring compassion, forward for everyone. And unfortunately, I've mentioned like this circle to friends and things like that, and people are like afraid to try this, to try to experience it. And I feel that this is a lot of fear of the unknown for things like this, because I just feel like I really do believe that what we're doing can, bring forth compassion, since we can physically be in all these places, and the news is so depressing that it's such a great experience to be able, a great opportunity to be able to be together, even if we don't like discuss the actual items, but we all have things on our minds. It just is very helpful to be able to deal with it as we move through life. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And today's subject and of the ceremony was just perfect, Yllari. So thank you.
Thank you.
I also live in New Jersey. I don't know what part of New Jersey you live
I'm
in.
Princeton.
Oh, that's so funny. I live in North Jersey. It's called Woodcliff Lake.
Okay, I don't know how far we are, but you're
It's
welcome.
about an hour. Yeah, it's
Okay.
about an hour.
I'm so excited that there are people living close by. Yeah.
Princeton's beautiful. Yeah.
It's very beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. And I one thing that comes to my mind is just it's okay to feel. If we are not dead, we are alive, and if something difficult happens, it's okay to feel all the emotions, not just keep them to ourselves. And I'm telling this to myself first, not keep the emotion to myself so I get sick, if not just be able to share this emotion in a circle. And circles are so healing for that, because we are vulnerable, but we are also free to just be, and everyone is just a support person. Everyone is equal. Everyone is in the same with their own experiences. So thank you for opening your heart and sharing.
Thank you.
Mackenzie, sorry. Yeah.
Hi. I just wanted to say at the very beginning, when you kind of talked about placing your hand on a part of your body that needed healing and kind of it being a form of like Reiki, I went immediately to my throat and just started like sobbing, which I wasn't expecting. And I didn't realize that like I had the potential to have that energy effect on myself rather than going to do like a Reiki session per se. So I found that to be very, very powerful. And also, if you could share the song, the name of the song that was playing during that time, that very first one, um, because I feel like that was part of it, like tying everything in, and it just like really resonated with me too. So thank you.
You're welcome. The song, I think I need to find it. It's
Oh, I
the
think she just maybe put it in the chat.
okay, perfect. Yeah. It's beautiful because this group it's very interesting. They have like all their kind of healing songs, spiritual songs, and that song is very powerful indeed. Yeah, no, thank you. I actually went also to my throat, and I feel every time that I'm feeling so many things at the same time, my throat is the first affected, and it's not I'm sick or anything. It's just because all the emotion stays here, and then when I start singing, that's why I sing in circles, is kind of releasing all the tension and the fear and just allowing myself to be seen. And the best way to be seen is singing because it makes you vulnerable. I'm not a singer. I don't sing in front of other people. I just sing in cacao circles or women's circles or some type of holistic circles, because it helps me bring my voice, speak up, just bring my voice out to the world. Lana and then Sheila.
Yeah. Yllari, I just want to say that I came back from a Peru trip for the first time in my life, back in end of November, beginning of December. And it was a fantastic trip that many things happened to me. And one of the best things that happened to me is that I bought this flute, the double
Oh,
flute, right? It was orchestrated by a flute guy who just came out of nowhere, and he made an interesting experience for me in in Cusco. Yeah. So I just want to say that I am in love with Peru. Like when I saw that today you are the facilitator from Peru, I was like, oh my God, this is like heaven. You know how much it feels so sacred, that land. The energy there is so, so strong. And like, I'm so grateful for everything Peru has brought to me. And I feel like definitely I had a past life in Peru, if not many. Like, it felt like home. So I'm just saying that I love you.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. I'm very honored. Yeah, and I actually lived in Cusco for 9 years. So this is my second home. I was adopted by Cusco people. And the retreat I'm offering is in northern Peru, which is interesting. It's the land of my dad's family. So it's Amazonas and Cajamarca is the upper Amazon, which is also super beautiful. So I love Cusco and I love the Amazon too. And Lena? No, sorry, Sheila.
I just wanted to share real quick what you said about singing really resonates with me, and I'm constantly singing and dancing through everything, no matter how stressful or upsetting things are. That's kind of like my way of processing it and bringing myself to a better place after dealing with the emotions that come up. So I wanted to share that really quickly. And I'm always, always on the lookout for karaoke, norebang, KTV, whatever you want to call it. So if we get together in New Jersey, I used to live in Linden, by the way. If we ever get together in New Jersey, we'll definitely have to drop in for some kind of karaoke singing, because that's like my jam, no pun intended.
Sure. Sure, that sounds great. And if you are close to this area, any one of you, I offer in-person circles, also cacao circles here. So you're welcome to join any of those. I think we are kind of in the time to finish. It goes so fast, right? Oh my gosh, it goes so fast. So before we finish, I want to see we're talking about singing. I want to sing you a song that I sing. If I find the little paper. So I facilitate a women's circle here, and I wrote this song a long time ago when I started facilitating. I don't know if all of us are women today, but this is for the women. But if not, just if are men here, please just you are welcome to this song too. And talking about special instruments from Peru, I brought this one from Peru recently. I went to visit my parents. I don't see myself in the. I don't know if you're looking. There you go. So this is if you know about ayahuasca, which is a sacred plant. This is an ayahuasca trunk, and this is from the Amazon. It's kind of a pumpkin, and there's a quartz here. So it was made by an artisan that I met, and I just saw it, and I felt like a very strong connection to it. So first time I'm gonna play it in a circle. So this is my women's circle song, and with that I want to finish this circle. Let's say women's circle, men's circle, if there are any men here or any person here. It's for everyone. And thank you so much for coming, and I would love to connect with all of you. If you want to just send me a message or anything, I'm very happy to connect with any one of you. It's called Nunayu. Nunayu means soul family in Quechua. Nunayu-san. Here we are in the circle, we breathe peace. Welcome, sisters, we are a soul family. I'm the girl and the grandmother, I'm the daughter and the mother. All the wisdom lives in me. Here we are, dear intuition, I will trust my decision. All the good belongs to me. Thank you so much for coming today, and yeah, for listening all my nervousness. I say I need to. This is my challenge, and taking this challenge every time I in front of a camera. So thank you so much for being patient with me and just embrace the spirit of cacao. This plant that has been with us for um, millions of years, actually. Streptococcus, that's the bacteria. I just remember. That's the bacteria. There is a research about streptococcus. They did research on cacao and the streptococcus in your mouth, and they saw that cacao has a property to heal streptococcus in your mouth. I can send you the information later if you're interested in that type of thing. So thank you so much for coming up today, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the newcomers and the regular ones.